relates to our today's topic of exploring one Banjarese culture song in this video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Leony Wiediantin, along with my teammate Puspita Ningrum and Muhammad Firdaus. People who have the same background and history are inseparable from culture. As of here in Kalimantan, are full of their culture heritage, folk stories, and also songs that have rich values, and one of them is Sanja Kuning. Composed and made by Banjarese artist Anang Ardiansyah, there are some words in Banjarese language in the song Sanja Kuning that are not understood by students, most of whom are Banjarese who speak Banjar. And for that, we will give you better understanding as we learn together to each of the meaning of this song lyrics.
Angin menyapu banyu mamirit di padang bantah maantar alai tarabang hendak kulit kasarangnya.
Now, in the first lyrics and the second lyrics, it means starting from the wind that sweeps the water, leading in the meadow, send the eagles flying back to their home. The eagle is kind of parable for us. At dusk, it flies low through Padang Banta, which is vegetated area by the river. It is a sign that even animals return to their home, to their nest in the dawn, let alone us humans. Banjarese people from generation to generations believe that Sanja Kuning brought disease to plants, fishes, and so various kinds of prohibition emerged. Then, parents think that it is dangerous for children to be out when Sanja Kuning happens because it can cause you ill, or as Banjar people say, tulah.
Galuh lakas naik Sanja Kuning Sanja luruh di muara Wakayu dukung hancap bulik sudah ditiau abahnya.
Next lyrics. Galuh, go home quickly. Sanja Kuning, Sanja, or twilight, falls in the estuary. Rowing the jukung, or rowboat, Hamlet quickly go home, has been called by her father. In this lyric, in Banjarese language, word galuh is interpreted as a call for an unmarried woman. Word luruh is interpreted as falling, and as hancap bulik, according to Banjarese language, is interpreted as an order to go home immediately. In third and fourth line lyrics, the father, who has known as Abah, felt the need to call Galuh, or his daughter, because Galuh had gone far to ride the jukung, or rowboat, to the estuary. Then the scenario at that time was twilight, and there was even yellow dust, or we can call Sanja Kuning, as an alarming atmosphere in people's beliefs. In lyrics also describe the value of discipline against existing regulation. Discipline is an action that shows orderly behavior and obeys existing regulation. It means always obeying the rules wherever we are, like the rules in the house. Be filial to your parents what they tell them to do. Fulfill it in this lyric, for instance. Telling their daughter to hurry up to the house, because their daughter is still in the open at dusk. Because in Banjarese myth, Sanja is the hour when the devils come out of hiding. There is also another myth that Sanja is the twilight that brings disease. So the children at dusk were already at home, even though the myth is to tell their children to go home from their playground. In the lyrics also remind the importance of the Sanja Kuning sign for the life of all beings, especially for Galuh.
Sanja kuning luruh tak tanaman layu apa warnanya. Sanja kuning luruh tak tanaman luruh sesuka duka.
As you can hear in the song, Sanja Kuning indicates an unfavorable environmental situation by the withering of the plants, so that if the plants wither, the human body will also experience bad effects if exposed to the yellow twilight or Sanja Kuning light. Parents think it is dangerous for children to walk outside when Sanja Kuning because the children can get disease or kualat such as eye pain. According to Abah Anang, sometimes things that are forbidden actually happens, or takana bujuran, according to what people predict.
Putih takkan kambang walu tampulu malah sanja.
Abah Anang write that lyrics show a parent who asks his daughter to pick pumpkin flowers to make vegetables. Twilight or Sanja is typical for pumpkin flowers because that's when the buds blooms. When other plants wither or tatanaman layu in the yellow twilight, pumpkin plants behave the opposite way. Pumpkin's flower will bloom in the evening, or as you can see in the lyric is Malarak Sanja.
Makanya dukung tiung hancap bulik sanja di muara.
In the last verse of the song, the term Hanjap Bulik is so that the daughter returns to her parents' vicinity as soon as possible so she won't get sick, because it shows in the lyric that Sanja di Muara, or at the mouth of the river, is the earliest time the yellow twilight or Sanja Kuning is often seen. So, I think that's all of my explanation about Sanja Kuning and my friends as well. Thank you so much for watching and goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.